So, it's about a little after 3 a.m. Sitting here in my unfolded chair, um, watching the radiant heat keep my tomato plants from almost freezing. I hate to flush my spring and summer's work and fall's work down the toilet, so I figure I'd sit out here all night and make sure things go the way I want it to. And so I finally have a little time on my hands to talk about some of the shenanigan things that I think of and whatever else. So, so there's this response I've always wanted to give to somebody. I haven't had the chance to yet because, I don't know, I'm just a mediocre looking average dude that doesn't get bombarded with the questions. How come you're not married? How come you don't have a girl? How come you don't have this? I guess I'm not fortunate enough to have those kind of inquiries. So anyways, I mean, I always drive around a piece of crap car, or, well, some people might think it's a piece of crap. I've been running it for 5 years or 4. I paid $175 for it, and it didn't look all that bad. And now it runs on propane, or it had run on the propane ever since I got my hands on it. It runs cheap. But, I mean, I don't drive around in a Corvette or anything like that, or your Escalade with a 24-inch blings. I mean, which I'm not knocking any of these cars. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a Vet. I would really prefer a DeLorean and have my way with it one of these days. But I live on a gravel road out in the sticks of Minnesota here, so it's probably why I don't upgrade to something nice. Plus, I can't afford it because I have other priorities, like eventually going underground, because I think we have a nuclear war coming, which I know most of you know that I think that way, and whatever else. So, but there's this question that I would like to sometime ask, or would be funny to see some of you all ask. The person that asks you, how come you're single? How come you're not married? And forming this response around the fact that a man going their own way is probably the ultimate form of the alpha sigma combination, primarily alpha mindset, because we have nothing left but ourselves. I mean, we're only here for ourselves, in a form of self-preservation. Not that we're psychotic or psychopathic or narcissistic. It's self-preservation, and so all we have left is to generally help other men who are in need, and you know the routine, you know the drill. So we're not all self-consumed. It's just like this, everything else is not working, so we go with what we got left. And so whether or not that's an alpha statement, I don't know, but if we're going to stay in the alpha mindset, it is none of my business to ask a woman permission for anything, let alone ask her out on a date. Asking her, and I've said this in other former videos, asking her permission for anything means just she's the authority. It's pretty clear from a biblical perspective that the woman is not the authority, the man is, because he is under the authority of Christ, and a woman should be under. A man is under the submission of Christ, the submission, and a woman should be under the submission of a man. And, well, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you look at it, women do not want that. They want to be the head. They want to wear the drawers and pretend that everything is grand. So back to the fact that we as men are not to submit to women, nor ask them permission for anything. If you want to go along them lines, is like, so what does that leave us, the man that, oh, say would want to get, and I'm a Christian, obviously, and I don't believe in pump and dumps, shacking up. That all leads to a headache, and there's a reason why we're told not to do that. But just in case you are in a position to go on perhaps a date with somebody or something along that lines, or you can't, it's the alpha mind says, like, I'm not going to ask her out. She has to ask me out because I'm the authority. So having established that foundation that the man is the end, the ultimate end all be all, and not the female and fee-fail in these days, the term is probably more appropriate, fee-fail. So that foundation being set, that I have, it's none of my business to ask anybody out as a man. She has to come to me and ask me permission because I'm her daddy. I'm the authority. So with that in mind, if somebody asks you, how come you're not this or that? How come you're not shacked or hitched up? You just simply respond, who should I rape? ? And you don't say question mark, but that is the question you pose to these people is, who should I rape? And see what their response would be. And if they, I'm sure they would be taken aback, but you have to pose the question or frame it around and explain to them, it's like, I'm the one in charge, not her. And if she doesn't, if she's not going to ask me out, and you expect me to be with somebody, the bottom, the what's all that is left is, who should I rape? I don't know if you guys quite follow me with that. I'll try to explain it again. The fact that I, as a man, am not going to ask anybody out, and she is not going to cold approach me and ask me out, and I am expected to be with somebody or be in a relationship, all that is left is, who should I rape? That's the only thing that you can respond to these people that ask you these questions. Who should I rape? And see what they say. This has been Aaron with Christian Men Going Their Own Way. We're watching a inferno of a log, or a log inferno, a couple of them. There's one more over here burning. And yeah, this is gardening life. This is what it used to be to survive. And I'm still not there. I mean, I still have electricity as a luxury, and I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just curious, one of these days when the plug gets pulled on us, or the EMP comes, and then what? Or the cashless society comes and you choose the way it used to be, where you live off the land. You don't buy or sell because you refuse to take this mark. But you know what? The Western Christian Church, or the Western country club churchgoers, they think we're all going to be raptured out of here. We won't have to put up with any of this stuff. But yet, it's God. We're not subject to God's wrath, they say. Well, God has poured his wrath out on Christ, and that was paid for. Lucifer's wrath is coming. So they can't understand the difference. So there's a time coming where, if you do not accept this mark that this dude's going to issue you, if you don't bow down and serve him, and obey him and accept his mark, you won't be able to buy or sell. That system is being built under us right now, under our noses, and some people like it. I'm indifferent, but I know where it leads. So anyways, guys, have a good night.